Okay, boomer.
Down south, hood baby, make all the girls go crazy,
Go stupid. But you smart like an A+ student. Up, down, right now, looking for your love right now. La, la, la. Up, down, all around, turn my stomach upside down. La, la, la. I found your hair tie in my car. I could only.
Oh,
Dude, that's
are we
Okay.
live?
sick
Oh.
opening right there.
I just love that song. My God.
That was
Okay,
fun.
well, what's up, everybody? Hello.
Happy
Boo.
Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy.
Hello, chat. What's going on? We got Darth Maximus in here, Daryl the Derelict, Average, T. David's in here, Graph Web's in here, Coffee on Korriban, Ghost Rider, and then obviously Uncle Kenobi. Good to see you, brother. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I don't want to spend any time not talking about this stuff. We got a new trailer today for Book of Boba Fett, and I went from like hype level 4 to like hype level 11.
Oh, I went to 11 on that one, man. Oh, Obsessions. He's got something.
Straight 6 to
brewing.
12.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw. I don't know where my phone is. I saw a sick. Where did I put it? Oh, where it is? It just disappeared. Anyway, I saw a in the trailer. There's a deleted scene, I believe, of Luke going to.
Okay, would you just chill out for a second?
I thought you wanted to go. I thought you were hyped.
You got to
Now you're
ease them
crying.
into
We're going
this.
too fast. We're going too fast. I'm sorry. We're
You
going
gotta
too
take him to
fast.
dinner first, man.
Bro,
Wow.
fine. I'll just shut up. I'll sit here.
She didn't even have her lipstick on to ready to go to dinner, and you were like,
Bro,
"So what you doing?"
You
later?"
you were the one saying my clothes are already off at the front door. You're the one in the backstage saying I'm so hyped. What are you doing?
All
Why are
right,
you slowing down the pedal?
quit yapping. We're gonna talk about this. All right, let's start this thing, and then when we get to that point, when we get
See,
to that
now
point,
you scared him. He went back into his hole.
I know he gets frightened easily. Okay, all right, let's pull up the trailer. We're gonna do a.
Don't worry.
we're gonna
He'll
do a
be back and in greater numbers.
So I'm putting this in 0.5 because I don't want to get taken down. I think Jason Ward ran this in full speed, but there's so much
Everyone's
stuff
pretty
here
much
that
seen
we've already seen. So
Seismic charges.
so
Was that really right off the bat?
yeah.
Love this shot.
Oh, dang
That
it.
shot is beautiful.
I tried to get
Yo,
it
so
on that
I missed
frame.
this.
Give me that frame. Bam. So we know he's going and looking for Slave One right there
Yeah.
because he's still in the desert get up, right?
Yep.
And he's obviously looking at the hangar entrance. So it's just this gives me such hard Empire vibes.
That's the Polynesian spot.
What do you
right
think?
there.
Hold up. What do you think he's thinking about? Right there, right
Polynesian
there in
spot.
that moment. What do you think he's going through his head?
I think he's thinking about the Empire, the revenge he's about to take. I think he's thinking about Jabba. He's thinking about all the commitments he made to so many people and how bad he got screwed over.
Dude, I hope he's looking for revenge against the Empire. That would be sick.
He might be thinking about all his bits and parts that melted in the Sarlacc.
Right?
Mm.
Because he doesn't look. I mean, he looks healthy there. I guess he looks pretty
I
healthy.
mean, that
He's
back
getting there.
bit does wonders.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be cool to
Isn't
see.
that the same regulator that they used in A New Hope? It looks almost identical.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. That was the
Ooh.
fact that they put so much
What?
love into it that the Neo.
Who,
Yeah, those are totally altered pit droids right there.
whose
That's what it looks
legs?
like, right?
Yo, whose legs were those?
I think it was Fennec.
Okay,
Those are,
okay.
those are his knee darts. Yeah.
Yeah. No, go back to that. Let me see that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Those are
cool.
knee-
Just never seen him yellow before.
This
When
was
he,
cool though. This was really cool because it's cool how it comes on like a vest and his little altered pit droids are just like, yeah, baby, you look good, bro. Now, correct me if I'm mistaken.
Hey,
is-
lower the volume on that a little bit, bro. You're
I was
blowing
just typing that in the private chat.
that. Jesus.
Oh, sorry. Isn't this just a mirrored version of the shot? Because I thought when we saw it, Fennec was
No.
on.
You
That's
are
the same.
No,
incorrect.
she's on that side.
That's correct. That is the correct framing.
Dude, did you? Oh, we'll get
She's
there.
at his right hand.
About the panel. What she said about this scene in the panel. Do you want to hit on that real quick?
Yeah. We should hit on that real quick. Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead. Lead off.
Yeah, so what she was saying was basically like a lot of the stuff they kind of just act out, and her whole vibe to begin with was very military. She said she was very stiff and like at attention, and when he came in and he was talking to her about this whole thing, she's like, he knew exactly what we were supposed to do. He's like, they're bounty hunters. He's like, it's not this like military type of format. He's like, we need to be more relaxed. And that's when she was like, okay, she like grabbed the spatchka and she's like sitting down on the edge of it, and it got much more of a bounty hunter vibe. It was just cool to hear her talk about how they work it out together, like literally in the scene. So yeah, cool. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I agree 100%. That was cool. That was a very cool part of the conversation on that panel. I enjoyed that.
Mhm.
So. Okay,
This
so
next part
it
too.
sits down with the spatchka and completely 100%, it gave that feel that like, this should be a very formal scene, and it was like, nah, we just took this over. This is home base now.
Mm-hmm.
We run this. Now, bam, right
Dude,
there.
yeah, what is this?
I have no idea. The only thing I can see here is it's like a cross between one of the rebellion, what is it, the G-88, the cargo ship, the evacuation ship they took off of Hoth in the Empire. It has that same kind of shape. And then
It's like rounder though. It's got almost a
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon shape. I feel like this
it
is
looks
some sort of like a
Corellian, kinda,
transport.
doesn't it? It looks Corellian.
It definitely looks Corellian, especially on that side where those engines are.
Yeah. I just don't know.
And dude, I don't want to go crazy, but you think about all the like Black Sun rumors and other characters that might pop up. I don't know, man.
Mhm. Yeah, this is the big mystery for me. This one and the Twi'lek. That's a little
Yeah,
bit-
because she's a main character.
and then obviously I think this is where the Ithorian is. I think they're messing with us because
This chick, yeah, go ahead.
if you look at that front door, I think this is where the Ithorian is, and then they cut to a different scene. That ain't no curtain that they're walking into. Everybody's like, oh, that's where they walk into this building. No, I think this is where the Ithorian is, and then that's a completely different scene. So we've seen that. Oh man, I so thought that was Boba.
That was cool right here.
We finally get the full picture, and I lost a bet to one of our community members.
Yo, but why did the other trailer make it look like they were headless? Or was that just because it was so fast?
It was just
Yeah, I think it was just the view.
yeah, it was just the angle, man. And
So weird.
I have to live up to my debts here. So hold on, get back to this. Strike. If you're in there, it's in there, buddy.
Nice.
What? What was the bet?
They fly now?
I lost. I said that was Boba Fett on one of the swoop bikes.
Oh,
And the bet was I would have to chug an entire beer if it wasn't Boba Fett, and it was not Boba Fett. So I lost.
I mean, did you truly
solid
lose, bro?
gentlemanly bet.
I don't felt like I lost. This is kind of cool, man. Okay. All right. So we'll keep going. God, those bikes look so cool.
Yeah, right there. Ooh.
Okay. Now we're at a crossroads here.
Dude. Yeah. This was big in that breakdown video that we watched.
So I'm going to find the frame here. Now we see Boba with a gaffy stick.
Yeah.
Shadow.
Yeah, this is
right.
pre-armor right here.
Pre-armor Boba. The important part comes
What is this?
right there. Okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but OG Boba had a jumpsuit that did have a break in the bicep area. I think this is Boba's OG suit.
Yeah, it's got all the
underneath, right?
stomach
Yeah.
acid burns all over it.
Yep.
Sans the armor, right?
This
Sans
is-
the armor.
This
Now,
is after the Sarlacc,
Yeah, it's him just getting out of it.
and this
Now-
is Tashi Station.
this
Yes,
is
sir.
from the deleted scenes. We see Tashi Station, Luke going and talking with Biggs, wasn't it? Biggs was there.
Biggs was there, Fixer, and
Yeah,
what's her
Fixer.
name? Yep.
And I don't know if anybody else in the chitty chat sees this, but that looks pretty freaking similar to me.
Yeah, man.
Same cutouts in the wall, same lights, same everything, same shape on the door, everything.
Yeah, I think
Crazy.
it's the same place.
Yep.
We're getting Tashi Station in Book of Boba Fett. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and the shots right before that where they're beating the guy up, that wall, there's just in that breakdown concept art, that's exact same wall. It can't be any other wall, so there's two of them.
How did it
What if he walks in there and he's like, I need power converters?
I need power converters. Oh my god, can you imagine?
That shit would be great.
This is just absolutely, that's so cool. It's like
yeah,
Pregnant
that's a
Heart.
nice throwback right there, especially that it's
Mhm.
from the deleted scene of A New Hope. So that's
Yeah.
great. What a great way to use that.
Well, I mean, who hasn't?
What was it about the Jedi too? The supposed robes.
Those
on
aren't
the one guy
Jedi.
they're beating up.
No, that's just like
Those
his.
aren't Jedi. Those are just farmers.
Yeah, those are his long johns.
Yeah,
No,
they
just
were
keep
saying
going
that-
back towards the beginning. The guy does touch
Yeah.
on it. I just don't know who he is, but
They were saying that it might be the people that were getting beat up might be in
Yeah.
Jedi robes, like
That guy.
survivors of Order 66.
yeah, this guy right here.
They
I don't
wouldn't
know,
be
I
getting
think
their ass kicked like that by those two.
Oh,
if they
I
were
could see
survivors.
that though. I could see that because if you're looking at him on the left, are you guys seeing this? Because
Yep.
I don't
Right,
think that's a
that's why
Jedi
people-
tunic though, because Uncle Owen was wearing something like that too. It
Well,
was
Yeah,
dude,
that's a red herring.
Luke
Yeah.
has the Luke has like the over tunic of a Jedi before he's even a Jedi.
Yeah, they're misdirecting us like with the guy who looks like Obi-Wan.
Yep,
it's just kind of
right.
the.
they're red herring.
Doing that on purpose.
I
yeah.
agree. It's a red
So
herring.
crazy.
But I mean, everything else
Right there, that wall.
matches up, dude. Looks like it matches
Yeah.
up. And that does, for somebody who studied
And that's
Boba,
Boba after the Sarlacc. Just so
the
you know.
color is
Oh, yeah.
totally wrong.
Moments after, right?
Moments right after he
Dude,
gets
let's
out.
go, please.
That's like he knew
He's just gonna
where
let the
slave-
rage out.
he knew where Slave One was the
Well,
whole time.
See, and
So-
that's why I think these are two different scenes, and this is what's crazy.
Absolutely,
So
they are.
I want to go back to hold on right here.
You think he uses the gaffy stick to get out of the
This is
Sarlacc, or
after
finds it?
the Tashi Station.
Yeah, look at the look at
Way
the
after.
shadow there,
Mm-hmm.
and then look at Boba. Oh, maybe
You think
not.
he's got armor?
Oh, he's got a
Another
gaffy
shot?
stick behind his
He's
back.
got a gaffy, dude.
Oh, he
that might
does.
be the same.
Okay.
That might be the same. Yeah, that might be the same.
No,
TBS,
it's
man.
if anything, it's later, just
Yeah.
because that is Tashi Station, and that wouldn't be a tiny room where they're getting their ass beat, right?
Mhm.
So this is a different room that he
Yeah,
goes in
that's-
the back or something. This is just like these are two different moments, probably
Yeah.
close to one another, but these are two different moments. They're not back to back.
Tim just
Yeah.
owns the room whenever he walks in somewhere. I love that guy. Okay, so cool development. Really stoked on that. It's not the last one either. Bam. Does that remind you of another speeder you've seen anywhere?
Entering Mos Eisley. That actually, you know what that looks like? That looks like the speeder in Solo.
Yes, correct. Yeah, absolutely. That looks like Han's speeder.
I love the pit
Well, I
droids.
mean, I guess it was,
Dude.
but yeah, look at that. He goes down.
What?
I want
That
all the pit
You know what's
droids.
funny, though? The front of that looks exactly like the
It's more like Luke's without the front guns.
You know what?
the T60.
That's probably the new model.
That's what I'm. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the new model they've been talking about, the one with guns.
grill on that looks exactly like the front of Luke.
That's crazy, bro. That's gangster right there.
Lego Base Network in the house.
Yo, and what were we talking about? Dick
I
Tracy.
can't see the chat because I'm going through the trailer. So she eats, and then who is this guy?
Who's
He's probably the slave. He's probably the slave Twi'lek owner. Like that, this is probably the guy that sells the Twi'lek dancers and stuff,
It could be, yeah.
right? Much like the Wookiees that were selling their own kind at one point.
So that could be an interesting aspect of it. That Boba's like, I'm not interested in dealing in Twilight slides. You know?
Yeah, I mean, he might say he's not interested in slaves at all. Like
Yeah.
this is a new palace.
And then, you know what? That's something I didn't notice when I was watching my phone. They're on the throne moving forward.
Yeah.
I thought they just looked over it.
No, that's Jabba's throne.
Oh,
Yeah.
that chair slides forward.
Yeah, it always has.
Yep.
That's sick.
Because Jabba was a fat slob.
And they're looking in the hole for sure.
Over there, Fennec's smiling, just like, yeah, that's Moji.
Because it's the
dropping
ship,
there.
I think.
Sheesh.
I think they're smiling because it's the ship, right?
No, he's already got the ship at this point.
Yeah, he had the ship before he had his armor.
Yeah. This is by far the most.
So
Oh,
go back,
yeah,
go back, to,
you're
go
right.
back to the ship.
You're
Go back, not to the ship. Go back to.
I closed the whole thing already.
Well, the scene where he's looking over the hangar, if that's what it is.
Well,
It's
that-
Rancor. It's the Rancor pit.
When he's looking at Slave One, he's still in the Uncle
Yeah.
Fester outfit.
Yeah. So in that shot, he's on the throne with the armor, looking down into the Rancor.
No,
Right, but I was talking about when he was looking down on the hangar
yeah,
outside in his
Oh, yep, in the black.
yeah. beginning
and
of
what
the-
I'll call
beginning
his Tuscan-esque armor, let's call it.
Mhm.
That, you know, he's going to get his ship, obviously. I still think that single person walking up, if we're going to get these kind of flashbacks and stuff,
Mhm.
I absolutely still hold my ground
He's so
that
sick.
that is Boba Fett after the Sarlacc in his white jumpsuit, all burned up from the acid, walking up to Jabba's palace. Right? There's beef there. They have his ship. He's going, like, his ship was still there because he was under Jabba's orders at the time. Right? Jabba was paying him, so he's going to get his ship. And what does Bib tell him? Peace out. The ship's mine now. You don't have your armor. Get out of here. And that's why he goes back and kills Bib immediately as soon as he's got his armor back. He's like, you're the first on my Kill Bill list.
Obsession.
Peace.
Can I address this freaking peanut show that's going on in the chat? I could only watch the video having it full screen. I wasn't in the. I couldn't be in the stream watching the chat. God, you guys are needy. Jeebers.
Bunch of noobs. You should have known that.
Look, Nikki's like,
You know-
ignore me. Look at me. Look at me.
So, Obsession, I totally agree with you, except for one point. I don't think he sees Bib at this point, because at the end of in that teaser at the end of Mando, Bib's like, "Oh, we all thought you were dead."
And he was full re-armored.
Yeah, like
Everything.
I think Boba's gonna go in there like stealth like and hijack the Slave One.
Oh,
No.
he's-
I agree. He's going to hijack the Slave One. I just think that the scene we see of him, that one wide ass scene of Jabba's
Mhm.
palace, and you see
Yeah.
one little itty bitty dot of pixel.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's right after he exits the Sarlacc
Hmm.
and is left for dead, and then no one ever hears his name again until he comes back for his ship. Like,
But
I think
we've seen we only think it's one, but we've seen the scene, is what I was trying to get out of my mouth. We've seen the scene where Fennec is walking with that one Red Key Raider up to Jabba's
Yes.
palace, and as the door opens, it's just the two of them. So from that,
Yeah, I
big
think that's the
wide-angle
same shot.
dude, I think that's those two walking up to Jabba's palace.
Yeah.
we'll
This is
find out
after
in
Boba's
20
already
days.
in charge.
Yeah,
My question is, why does he have the gaffy stick and not the black robes? Because
He probably
a
killed
few
a
weeks
Tuscan
ago-
first. That's immediately after he gets out of the Sarlacc. I think a
Yeah.
Tuscan saw
or
what
he
happened and
finds it
he's like,
inside the Sarlacc or some crazy shit like
that's
that.
cool,
It
too. I like
uses it to
that.
get out. But my theory a couple of weeks back was that he had lived with them, worked with them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about that anymore. I was wondering what you think he's in league with the Tuscans still to survive?
I do. His stick is long. His Jaffe, his
Mhm.
stick is longer. They've already shown that, right? It's a different kind, it's a different size Tuscan weapon, right?
Oh,
They've
he
already gone through.
modified.
Yeah. So
Mm.
I think that he was like Din Djarin. I think he knew. I think he knew.
He was a foundling of the Tuscans.
No. I just think he was just like Din Djarin. He was a bounty hunter, and whatever planets he's on, he learns the customs and ways of the locals, and he's just like he's a legit. Him and Din are like cut from the same mold, right? So, if Din is sitting there talking to the Tuscans, I have no doubt that that Boba can do the same. And so, after he comes out of the Sarlacc, he's in. The only thing he's wearing is that one layer left because all of his armor is gone, and I think that he goes to Tashi Station and nobody recognizes him because he's got no armor. He's just another dude, right? No one's ever really seen him without his helmet. So they walk in and he's like, "Oh, I need some help," and they're like, "Yeah, what do you got? You got some credits? You got something to trade?" You know, Watto don't take no Republic credits, right? So like you got to go in there with some loot. Everybody kicks him out. He walks to Jabba's. They're like, "Oh, who are you? Wait, you're not Boba Fett. Well, you ain't got no armor. Get out of here." And that's the last time anybody sees him, because then I think he goes and runs into some Tuscans, and he's basically befriended them, and maybe comes in and out of the fold with them.
Got it on Wish, bro. If anybody wants this extremely toxic and amazingly well-crafted shirt, you can find it on Justin is Lost merch store. Yeah, so that kind of territory, that gives me kind of like the Johto cast vibe when you're talking that way. I just think there's a very what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody help me. There's a very
stupid thing that's about to come out of your mouth.
I feel like this is segmented in a way that everybody can understand. We can already see what's going to happen here. And I think there's a part of me that wants to dive into it way deeper and like really peel the layers apart. But I think we're going to be I can't get a thought out tonight. I'm so excited about this stuff. I literally can't even get a
Let
thought.
it roll, man.
Yeah, seriously. You know what it is? It's because the good Star Wars that we've all been hoping for is actually happening.
I know it feels like it's here, and that's why I couldn't. We were in the group chat today, and I'm just like, just like typing stuff because it,
Dude, my kids are all like, "Christmas is coming." I'm like, Boba Fett is coming.
yeah.
Santa takes a backseat.
I don't know. I just feel like,
and the PR and the marketing is good. Like they're doing a good job with these trailers.
Like this was the most revealing trailer so far. But the lead up, how they built these up, you just got like a slight variation each time. But
it
this
still
one
feels
by
like
far,
the first or second episode.
yeah.
You know, maybe second episode,
Right.
maybe still only first episode. You know what I mean? And you know they're still hiding things on that first episode that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Because the dude's in a jumpsuit all tore up, walking in an outfit that we haven't seen yet. You know that's post Sarlacc. You know that first episode now is basically confirmed. We're getting Boba Fett out of the Sarlacc in the first episode.
I don't think they're going to do it first episode. I don't think that's the first. I don't think that's the beginning. I think that's. I think you have to establish. I think they have to come in with him on the throne, calling for lieutenants, calling for Jabba's, table of doofuses, basically, and his minions to establish order. And then we're going to hear about whether he's telling somebody, whether Fennec and him are sitting there after, and he's like, the last time I was in this room, or it's going to be, it's not going to come out of him with him right out of the Sarlacc. That's something I think they're going to build to for a second. And they're going to
You
give
may
us
be
a little
right
more.
about that, especially for
It's too
the
obvious,
audiences
too.
that came into Mando. Like this was all new to them.
Mhm.
So
You got to see him in the suit
yeah.
first. I'm sorry, to entice the people that are watching for the first time, and you got to see him in the suit first, and then he takes off his helmet and then tells maybe about you see him in the back to tank, and maybe that's what he's thinking about. Maybe that's where the flashback comes in, right?
I like that idea.
But
I like
I'm healing. I'm finally getting healed from the Sarlacc, and then he remembers coming out of the Sarlacc, and then boom, 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 we're in it, and then it's full throttle. But I don't think you can start off that slow.
Earlier, like, what are you thinking about when you're in that back to tank? I think he's sitting there thinking about why I'm in the back to tank. Yeah.
Well, and how long you're sitting in there? He's got to be sitting in there for a while because those scars are old. Those are some 20-year-old scars right there. Those aren't fresh cuts that you just get healed, right? This isn't Vader in his suit after or in the tank after he gets out of his suit where he's all raw. Right?
This might get repetitive, but do you remember how Din Djarin had those flashbacks when he was getting his armor made?
Yeah.
What if every time he's in the back to tank, he's getting these flashbacks and we see images potentially from OG moments of Boba Fett? And so he's like, every time he goes in there, he gets these like weird, because he's in there, it's like those chambers that you go to for therapy, and he's just working through it in his mind.
There's nothing else to think about.
Yeah.
Right? Like at that point, you've obviously, and I don't think that's a Jabba's palace.
My boy Hawks like that.
I don't. That's not a Jabba's palace, right?
Don't poke him. Don't poke him,
So
X-wing.
that's either that.
I love it.
That's at that mysterious city, right? Is wherever that city is. I think that's where they go for the Bacta tank. I don't think they go. That's too clean to be Jabba's palace. No room in Jabba's palace was that.
You think he steals it, or it's just one and done? It gets in there.
It's definitely off of Tatooine. It's definitely them going somewhere to handle something. Maybe he gets his armor repainted at the same time he's in the tank. So when we see him put it on for the first time, that's
what if it's legit?
Armor? Right?
What if it's legit a Polynesian spa and it's like everything he needs, a one-stop shop, and he just like comes out a new man?
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. I think they're going to walk in. I think we're going to see
technology.
that moment potentially, like how his armor got that new paint job and what he wanted specific. And then he comes out, and when they click it on, that's the first time he's like, I'm back.
Yeah.
Right now, let's go.
There actually were places like that. We see them in like Jedi. What was it, Jedi Outcast or Jedi Academy? One of them, you go to a place just like that.
There's even ones for droids. They did that in an R2 arc with 3PO.
Oh
right?
yeah, that oil bath is going to feel so good.
Yeah.
So I mean, they have them for droids. So I have no doubt that city was more of a high end city, and they went to like a legit spa. Maybe she got her guts redone with some mechanical droids, redid some stuff for Finnick, and then he was getting the tank service and the paint job.
I'm still wondering where that city is. And a lot of people have been saying that is now inhabited, basically the Boonta Eve pod racing course.
I mean, honestly, as crazy as this sounds, could it be where Tashi Station is?
Oh, like Tashi Station just took off one day?
Yeah, like after everybody heard that's the last place Luke Skywalker was seen on Tatooine before he became the legend, right? Maybe Tashi Station became a place. Like, I don't know. You never know.
I don't like that.
Built on the fame of Luke, though.
Yeah. This is where Luke Skywalker.
You have to think that places like that existed, like the little tourist stops.
Go-
You know what? Luke Skywalker used to shop here.
Yeah, this is where Luke Skywalker learned how to fly. Like
he was here once a week. We used to talk about everything. Like
this is where he learned to hit those swamp rats. I mean,
that'd be cool. That would be kind of cool.
So I think
the Anchorhead Hydro Spanner's mentioning could be Anchorhead.
Anchorhead would make sense. Yeah, not that big though.
It looks like Tatooine though. It looks like a desert crater, right? It looks like it could be. I mean, we definitely don't want it to be Jakku, right? So it's definitely a desert planet. Looks like a giant crater they might have either flown over, obviously, right? And then you fly over. Oh, that's a big crater that was a small town until Luke Skywalker made this place famous.
Yeah.
And I want to see Luke's face on posters and stuff. Like, get your power converters here. I did.
Oh man.
Throwaway line and be like,
that'll be in Tatooine Rhapsody Part 2.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? Like,
I'm down.
They would in that though. They would in that.
I'm just in the background, you hear like,
that's going to be on the jukebox in Jabba's palace. Boba's just going to
hates it so much he memorized the Japanese lyrics.
Right.
Ridiculous. But he hates it. Right?
I actually have it on my ribs. Like, love that.
Me and Matt Cave have seen it actually.
I love it. Yeah. It's out on the OnlyFans because they already paid. But yeah.
Details later in the Discord. Go join now.
I believe only once a year it could double as a shopping area.
Okay, guys, stop. I
The
said
Tatooine
one. I
Mall.
said one thing.
Yes, and then Tatooine Rhapsody is like the local house band. Yes, I love
Okay,
this.
we're not talking about it
Yeah,
anymore.
Could
no,
be.
next
We're not
topic.
talking about that.
They got a
So,
food
Any
court and
else in
everything,
the
dude.
trailer.
no, that's it. That's it. Anyways, I'm super hyped on this trailer. I think all of us were really upset. We weren't getting new content. We weren't getting anything. Like, come on, give us something. And then Book of Boba Fett has just given us, it feels like every week almost, we've got
Yeah.
a little more. And we're rolling up on this thing, and they are building the hype train the way that you should build a hype train. They're doing a good job.
I agree.
Yeah.
So
Because that's all they
nothing-
gave you was just little bit. Just
Yeah.
little bit.
And every trailer that comes out, there's just a little, just a
Mhm.
little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Just a little.
More here.
This show might be kind of easier to market than like Ahsoka. I'm really curious, like how they're gonna tease anything from that show without
Well,
giving
you got to
us
keep in
stuff,
mind
you know?
that they're playing to a much larger audience now because
Yeah.
of Mandalorian.
I agree.
So that's why I agree with Obsession, where we're not going to get these flashbacks right away. We're going to keep going with what we know
Mhm.
and get everybody comfortable.
Yep.
And then maybe by episode 3 or 4, we start getting flashbacks. Because I'm curious, like, how quick do you think we're going to see him go off world? Like, we may stay in comfort land for a while on Tatooine.
He's
Well, I
gonna be on Tatooine for the majority of the season.
I think he's
I
got to
agree.
establish his power, right? Like that's a big part of this is he has to establish. Are we
Mhm.
going to get to kill a youngling now?
Ooh.
Do I get to slap a youngling?
I mean, you kind of have to.
Brandon, don't
Yes,
you
bro.
know every time you super chat here, another youngling dies?
Thank you.
You're going to break your mic one day.
Yeah.
Worth it, bro. Worth it.
The top's just gonna fly across the room.
Worth it.
I feel like this stuff just has that aesthetic. It's got that feel. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about that Favreau
But-
Star Wars that just
but
kind of
what
has that feel to it.
What have I been telling you guys? Like what have I been saying for 6 months now? Wait.
Eat potatoes and put your strap on.
Hey, you call it strap on. Cool. I know where you're going, where your mind is at. But I've been telling you guys, like, especially this month, pack your kids some extra Thanksgiving, or I'm sorry, extra Christmas dinner, put it in some Tupperware, because you're gonna be gone from the 26th to the 1st, because you're gonna watch this thing so many times, and you're gonna be here hanging out with all your friends. Your family's gonna be like, hello, are you gonna come out of there? No, watching Boba,
No.
right?
Boba.
Right. So this is a big thing. It's get ready, because this is the start. Like Marvel, their stuff is ending with Hawkeye, and they're going to end awesome. And I love what they're doing, but you know, they got Spider-Man coming up. That's going to eat up the oxygen in the room. Like I feel bad for the Matrix, and I feel bad for Spider-Man, because they're going to have a 2-week run, and then Boba's going to suck the air like a freaking it's my mind's gone. Like his seismic charge, right?
Yeah, there you go.
It's going to suck the air out of the room and explode Boba all over the
Phrasing.
internet.
Phrasing.
It's
No.
it's the ride that we went on with Mandalorian all over again. The whole world was watching Mandalorian, whether you were a
Nicky.
Star Wars fan or not.
That's because everything coming up is fucking fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. Show me a show after the end of this year that Star Wars fumbled. They don't have that. They're down. It's bottom. They're bottom of the 9th, 4th quarter, whatever you want to call it. They have to do everything right now to secure their fandom. Right?
I
Nothing can
hope that they
fumble. It's
I
going to be
sincerely
fire.
hope they do.
It's going to be fire. And if anybody has any doubts, you're going to eat humble pie here pretty soon. I got a
I
big
have
fork
worries.
of it
I don't
ready
have
for
doubts.
X-Wing and Coach. They're going to eat some humble pie here pretty soon, because it's going to be amazing.
You eat humble pie if you're worried about something. Like even Hawks just said, like, well, I'm just worried about it. Like,
What are you worried about?
yeah, I'm just worried about it.
Well, I'm mainly worried about the fandom literally marching into Lucasfilm and burning it to the ground. But I mean, we're literally one
What Facebook group?
not even bad decision. We're one bad decision and then equally bad PR response from the fandom literally just going even more ape shit than it already has. And
Mhm.
shows like Kenobi have to be perfect. It
It's gonna
sucks
be
to say
perfect.
that shit, but all this shit's got to be
You
perfect from here on
don't
out.
budget a show.
And I like can even admit that I'm now coming around to like the skepticism at the very least because of this Patty Jenkins shit and like these creatives that want to be a part of Star Wars and want to help it grow and actually know how to. They're listening to fans, and I don't know, the creative differences shit over and over again. It's just
Again,
mind-boggling.
that's just the way that the movie industry works. Again, I think they're behind.
Mm.
I think she had to choose, right? She's already contracted for all these other shows,
Yeah.
right? All these other movies, all this other stuff.
Mhm.
They run their clients on the agents run their clients on a timeline to get as much out of them per year. And this show was delayed so long that she and her people had to make a strategic choice for what they thought was best. They thought Disney would put it on the shelf, and Disney's like, cool, if you don't want it, we'll give it to somebody else. And they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well,
whoa,
then
whoa,
start
whoa. You know,
start keeping these decisions closer to the chest because I don't
Well,
need to hear that Lord Miller and all those guys were doing a solo movie and you didn't like it. And then we got this other shit. We don't need to know that. People knowing that now is your opinion based on that. And we are all just wondering what it would have been. Just be better at
Yeah.
the talking about your shit.
Well,
Announcing
there's
New
too much
Republic
behind the
with no
scenes out in the
scripts or
open.
anything.
but at the
Yeah.
same time, that can be said for every organization. I mean, look at what happened with Spider-Man. There's 36 spoilers and leaks out in the world right now.
But
That
it's
literally
still going to be fire.
but it still completely alters the course of the movie. This is why I hope they only give us one 30-second Super Bowl spot for Kenobi, right? I don't want 4 or 5 trailers because they only have so much time and I don't want them giving out all the goodness. And I think that's another reason why we haven't seen much of Kenobi, because when you decide to shelf a project and pull it back and screen one rewrite, you're taking it serious from then on out because you literally doubled down on it.
Yeah.
They didn't just say, oh, we're going to redo Kenobi. No, they literally took a whole nother budget and said, we got to do it right. They will burn the House of Mouse down. Literally every Disney platform across the world will burn simultaneously if they mess up Kenobi. That's why I have so much faith in that show.
Yeah.
Disney Paris, boom, in the ground, right? Disney World, Disneyland here, boom. They will pick it outside like Zombieland, bro.
Here's the
they
biggest
can't mess it up.
difference. Yeah, but here's the biggest difference between these two shows, right? So, and I'm with you. I don't want to see anything of Kenobi until we get to the show. I'm fine with watching Boba trailers, right?
I need to know
So
it
here's
all.
the biggest difference. With Boba Fett, you can do almost anything. You're not as limited. You're not in a tight constraint.
Yeah.
Kenobi, you have to stick to a very strict timeline and don't screw that up at all. So any teasers we get of Kenobi, even if they're very short little 20-second, 30-second teasers, it's going to give away a lot.
And isn't that funny how the fandom people are like, well, Kenobi spans, the entire timeline. I'm like, so does Boba.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't really care as much about, and Strike is going to be so mad at me right now.
Yeah.
The only people you're going to piss off with the Boba Fett is going to be people like Strike. He'll still burn down every single Disney property.
Yeah, but like you said, there's not the fate of the universe doesn't hang in the balance of Boba Fett, right? That's the difference. The fate of the universe hangs in the hands of Kenobi. Literally, he's watching the boy grow up and protecting the New Hope. So they have a lot more room to play in this show, in these shows with Boba. They don't have to follow a path and a timeline and moments in history that will redefine what has been written and the story that's been told. So there's a lot more room for playtime. And I think that's what they're going to do. They're having a lot more fun with this show because it doesn't have a structure that has to be followed or everything gets messed up. Kenobi, it's like with Boba, they can be a hammer, right? With Kenobi, you have to be a scalpel. You have to be precise. Everything has to come
with
out.
all of this, you have to. From here on out, with all of this, you have to.
Right.
Star
but with
Wars
Boba,
is
you can write a little bit more. You can write a little more fun in there. With Kenobi, you
Yeah.
have to be more careful. They're just a lot more careful.
The franchise is in trouble. That's like I'm starting to actually become worried.
See, I'm on the opposite end though. I was worried,
Telling him to
but
the
now I'm feeling a lot better about it.
Only because like the shows like sure these films, bro, need to be like I don't even know what story I want. You know what I mean? They need to give me a story I didn't even know I wanted, and
It's got to be good.
Well, and that's why I hope
and they want to continue the sequels. Like, how do you make that good for you? Like, how do they do that shit, dude?
That's the $1 million question.
I'm
Ain't it?
telling you,
that's
that's
the
a billion
dollar question, right? Well, that's what we were saying the other day is that, you know, honestly, if you gave us something like a Plagueis, like a Darth Bane, you would make double. You would make $2 or $3 billion because we would all go over and over again. Not to mention the people we'd be dragging along with us.
Do, and they've told
But
us
they're-
that's not what they're
Right,
doing.
and they're not going that direction. But they've also said, hey, we're going to do this with this person, and then it doesn't happen, right? And then so there's still a lot of stuff that's up in the air. That's why I keep saying we need to focus on today and the now and this 1 year, right? If everybody can put all their shit away for 12 months, by this time next year, the fandom will be in a very good place. And I feel like Star Wars as a franchise will be in a much better place because they will have given us fire. And the fire
and they
that
just
we've
need
been
better PR. It's just I don't know,
well,
man.
I mean, I think
You think about comparing them to Marvel and the response that Marvel has to leaks and stuff like that. They don't respond, bro. Like, just don't
I
talk
would
shit
give it
on Twitter at all.
a completely different aspect of that when it comes to the disconnect between the fans and what's going on, even between Hasbro and Lucasfilm, and what we're not seeing. Why, like, are you guys not listening to us? We got the HasLab Rancor. It was like, what? Everybody got pissed off because of what they did, and guess what? It didn't get backed. That thing just died. It was a day ago or a day and a half.
I mean, and they may go back
and then
they may
beyond that, we got our first Star Wars hotel, and they launched the trailer, and we're like, "Are we a joke to you? Like, you guys are not listening that hard? Cancellations
saying.
out the
They're not
wazoo
listening.
for the Star Wars hotel. They're just not listening, and it feels to me like." With the Marvel fan base, everybody's kind of happy where the direction is going. We're like, oh my God, look at all this cool stuff. And then you go to the Star Wars fan base and they're like, well, they're just toxic. And it's like, no, they're just not listening.
Well, and it sounds like they're not talking to one another.
Right.
It doesn't sound like they're not listening. It sounds like the departments aren't talking to each other. So you have these
Lucasfilm is just shitting on the fans.
I just think that I don't think the internal communication is moving the way that it should. It seems like certain departments do really well and then other departments do really poor, right? And I put this solely on Kathleen, right? This is one time where I will hang it around her neck and I will make her wear it because this is her job. Your job is to make the company money. And if you're not letting the Dave and Johns talk to the park people and help you see what is popular and what is not, then that's on her. If the PR is crappy, that's on her because that's not a Dave and John thing. That's not a story thing. So that I will put it on her 100%. That is your job. So Kathleen, this is one time I'm not going to back you. Get your shit together. Start letting your people talk to each other. This shit is important.
Dude, and like when the actors aren't having fun talking about Star Wars, like the panel with Ming Na Wen and Jean Carlo, bro, that guy is a godsend to Star Wars. When every time he talks about Star Wars, I get more hyped about everything. When he's like talking about how he's gonna improv with the child, and like the poke your eye out line was a line that he just kind of came and like, bro, like that shit is, he's a nerd. We need more people like that in Star Wars, right?
But I think that's why
deeply in Star Wars.
But I think that's why Star Wars is succeeding right now, right? Because you have two guys that are hyper nerds that you see on set joking about, not joking, but sitting in the DIT tent, watching the footage back and going, oh, do you think they'll know that those are Boba Spurs? and the other one's like,
Yeah.
those are everybody knows Boba's.
Yeah.
If you know Boba, you know Boba's sperms, and they're like, cool, then we shot it right. Like there are two legit fans at the head of story. That's why my concern is literally at 0.0. I don't have concern about what's coming because those
From
two,
them, I don't either.
those two with story, everything goes through Dave's office for story. And being as he is watching everything and looking at everything, I have faith that these next 4 shows are going to be fire, and they're going to hopefully put some of y'all at ease.
I
right?
think
because I know
I believe you there. I think a lot of the books and comics are still going to be some issues, but I don't focus my love for Star Wars there. What I'm wondering is, did John and Dave do the biggest service they could to Disney because they love their money on the parks? When they brought Luke back into Mandalorian, they basically gave them free reign to put all of the original trilogy characters into the Disney parks while theming it as the Mandalorian. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody loves Grogu, right? And so we'll make it a Mando themed park, but then you reopen the ability to bring in the OT characters without making it the original trilogy Star Wars park.
And we were talking about this the other day, right? The more fun way to swing this would be to if it's
I think they're starting this Shamook stuff, not to break it up, but
they
the
already
Shamook
are.
stuff is kind of a start. Yeah.
Well, the
I agree.
Shamook stuff, the John and Dave leading and being the biggest fans, these are the moves that have been in motion for a long time. I mean, a lot of these guys and gals that are coming on to even work on Star Wars as camera people and editors, they're finding fans, right? They're not just going on Indeed.com and picking somebody up. They're here going, hey, you want a job? And they're already proving that they are. I think this should be, I understand Disney flops a lot of hands that are great hands. The hotel should have been a no-brainer winner.
Oh, that should have been a
dinner,
knockout.
right? Should have been a knockout. And you have so much of the engineering staff that made the Millennium Falcon ride, that made some of these other rides that are just awesome. And how could you not bring those people back in the fold, even if it's to consult and show you the way that their rides succeed? Disney drives me crazy in this regard, because you have this opportunity to do something great and you fumble it, right? And it's just because you're not pulling everybody into a room going, what's really popular?
They're literally not even asking people.
Exactly.
It's clear.
No, they're not even going around their own conference table in the different departments and going, PR, what are you hearing on Twitter? What's popular right now? Instead, they brought back the Altairian design control panels from Stargate.
They're like Simba asking
or
Mufasa about that dark,
Galactica,
shadowy place over there.
It doesn't.
Like, we don't talk about that.
The hotel just looks like generic sci-fi.
Fifth Element.
Yeah,
Nickelodeon, bro.
The new Space Odyssey, or the new Lost in Space. That's what it looks like. The new Lost in Space stuff. That's exactly what it looks like.
They were scared to commit to Star Wars, and they just made it look like something they could reskin into something else later.
Well,
greater value Star Wars.
So, let's jump over to another thing I'm really excited about. We're 7 days away from a potential game released by EA.
Oh, announcement on the 14th, right?
Announcement on the 14th. A lot of speculation that it's going to be Fallen Order.
Okay,
There's a lot of speculation because we know that Battlefront 3 got put on the shelf. So multi-pass.
Good.
So, I mean, what do you think? You're the game guy.
See, this is with that announcement coming. I would love it if it's Jedi Fallen Order 2. But where are we at with the Ubisoft open world? Wasn't that their big next review? That's what I'm thinking it is.
Yeah,
because we already have the arena battle one coming out for the Switch. Which, by the way, correct me if I'm wrong. Outside of the Star Wars pinball that happened, will this be the first official Star Wars release on the Switch? Aspire put Jedi Academy and stuff like that, but these were all previous games. The first new official Star Wars game for Nintendo.
Mhm.
So that's a big deal in itself. I'm gonna try the game. My son wants it, so I'm definitely gonna play it.
And it's the first like really big release from Lucasfilm Games.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, this is Lucasfilm Games.
Yeah,
This
so
is
it's
where they're
actually-
stepping out of the
it's,
gate with.
Ubisoft and Massive Entertainment. And
See-
Massive Entertainment did The Division 2, which had dope co-op as well.
Mhm.
And they are they're doing an Avatar game that comes out in 2022 apparently too. I don't know if you guys have seen screenshots for that shit. Actually, we should bring
Avatar
that
game?
up. Yes, you should
Yeah,
bring up
Is
that
this legit
because
gameplay?
that's the same company.
Yeah, this is the gameplay.
This is
Yes.
legit gameplay.
This
yeah.
looks like Overwatch, bro.
It's Overwatch. It's
What
arena
it
battle.
is, It's a big. It's
I'm
just
behind that.
fighting
I'm
game.
yeah.
behind this. This
It
looks
could be a
better
lot
than
of fun.
Battlefront.
Wait, you said they're doing it on Switch?
This is a Nintendo Switch exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh shit! We just got a new game to play on
Wow.
Boomer Gaming.
Everybody,
Kids are
get
gonna
over
hate
to
me.
Star Wars Obsession and subscribe. Get in that Discord.
Oh my
There is
god,
a
dude, we're so
huge
close.
Giveaway.
We're getting so close. I can't wait, dude. Oh my god, I can't wait
Yeah,
to do
dude.
this thing because I
Forget.
think
Yeah.
I might have added another thing today. I'm
So
not
there's
sure.
45 people watching right now. If you haven't already, go to the Star Wars Obsession, get in his Discord. You can win a effing Nintendo Switch. Just
The
for-
OLED.
just
It's-
yeah,
it's
not
different.
the
It's
crappy one,
different.
the one that comes with the like LED screen.
Yeah.
Go to the Obsession page and
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
Look
wilding.
at that.
He's
he'll give
wilding.
you one. He'll just give
Are
you
we
one.
seeing this?
Bro, and I think I just added. I think we're gonna add this as fourth place.
Oh,
I think that little guy is gonna be our fourth place prize now.
Okay,
I
nobody
just saw that in the
enter. I'm
store.
taking something home.
I
so
think
contest is
just-
over.
I think I just added that. I don't know. I think I did it. I think I just added that. Because I got one in the corner, but he's a salvage. We found him used without his necklace. So he's
So, yeah.
chilling back there.
Guys,
The Ubisoft open world game, I think, is definitely the thing I'm most excited for.
yeah.
I think, and I could be mistaken here, the stuff that I remember mostly from Ubisoft have been the Ghost Recon games. I think I played Breakpoint and Wildlands were the big open world games I played from Ubisoft recently. And they were fun. They were
Yeah.
fun, basically.
That's the thing, man. This is what I think. The reason I'm so hyped for this Ubisoft release is because I was a huge fan of Star Wars Galaxies when it originally came out.
Right.
I played that like crazy. That was my life for a while. And now to get this hint of something similar to that, like I like Old Republic, the MMO. It's fun, but it's not like Star Wars Galaxies. Star Wars Galaxies, if you wanted to, you could literally just make a character who makes armor for other characters. And like you make a living. Like you just become, that's your job.
Or you could be a Jedi, but if you died,
Dude. Oh,
so when
hit
you
me.
saw a Jedi, you're like, what?
I still got some open wounds about that one, man. Dude, I was literally two
Holy shit,
very
that's
simple
Jedi.
steps away from getting to the force sensitive area to go to this village you're supposed to go to in Galaxies, and you become a Jedi. And then they shut it down, revamp the game, and then everybody could be a Jedi.
Ah,
Crazy.
Yeah.
ah.
I hope it's that game though. If
Yeah.
anyone wants to see like hints at what it could be like, you have to Google Snowdrop game engine and it'll just bring up pictures of the Division and the Avatar game.
Mhm.
But the
The
realism
Division, that's
is-
what I was trying to think of. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fun game.
Anyways,
Well,
it's
see, and
time waste.
I
Guys,
personally,
guys.
Oh,
May the force be with you.
And also with you.
and also with you.
Lift up your sabers.
lift up your sabers to the maker. Like,
It's
hey,
just like, I
Peace
don't know
be
if
with
I'm
you.
comfortable being involved with this
Peace be
kind
with
of.
you.
I don't know. I mean, look, I'll offend people all day. Like, assalamu alaikum. Like, let's get in it. But, but so for me,
peace. There is only passion.
I feel like there's
Yes.
a big opportunity for a company like Rockstar to jump in here and do a GTA
Dude.
Star Wars game. You've already
Mhm.
got the blueprint to do it. Just bring in animators to restructure the missions.
That'd be
So
wild, bro.
like if you wanted to be like a bounty hunter, you go to the crime boss, take my money, right? You go to the crime bosses and you're like, I want to be a bounty hunter, and they give you a bounty puck and you got to go find that dude, right? Same
Dude.
thing with
Yeah.
same thing with a Jedi. If you want to be a Jedi, maybe you got to find a master. Maybe you got to find somebody that's willing to train you, another user that's a Jedi master that's willing to train you, right? Like maybe you have to go through some
So
trials of your own or find temples, find your own crystals, right? These things are not easy tasks that you're just given out of the gate. These are things you have to go find and hunt. And I think with the GTA style, there's already missions, but it's also free open world to go do what you want. So if you want to go pick up blasters and just go murder people, then you become a hunted character by the bounty hunters, right? It's
Yeah.
So a lot of
so
that was
easy.
actually in the division. You could actually like it was all PvE, PvP, and if you
Yeah.
chose to initiate PvP, it
Mhm.
flagged you, and everyone around you could then turn on you and start to
Right.
attack you.
That's how it was in Galaxies.
Yeah.
'Cause there was a point in there where you could choose a faction, like you could choose Rebellion or the Empire. And if you go into certain areas, it's like if you're set to go to PvP,
Right.
people will know.
They had most wanted, and your ping literally was just on the map for everybody to see.
Well, I mean, that's what I think. But how many people have your bounty puck, right?
Like a
Like,
rebel
yeah.
just walks onto Coruscant and everybody's like, you
Yo, this is not for you. This is not for you. Get in your ship and leave 5. I can fucking
Jedi business.
Yeah.
Back to your drink.
Jedi business.
Obsession just docked.
Yeah,
Star Wars Obsession
we're going to need
area.
to get a security team up here right away. Bring the Mandalorian cage with you. We're going to need to
Bring the
have
yellow
this
lightsabers.
done immediately.
Some carbonite.
Yeah, bro. I just think there's such an opportunity. And like I said, I was saying this the other day. If there is if all of these big companies don't have secret labs with their best engineers working on Star Wars games, you are
What are
being
you doing? Yeah. What are you doing? Why
Yeah.
would you not do that?
But that's what I do. If I had a multi-million-dollar company and I was a Star Wars fan, even a little bit, my company would definitely have a secret room to developing this kind of shit. So if Rockstar isn't taking their algorithms and adapting it to Star Wars right now, because if EA's game flops, there is room for one company to come out and take over the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's UB's got him. Yeah.
Potentially. What if they don't do? Like, I'm just saying, I think a lot of these other companies are waiting for the first round of licensed new Star Wars
Mhm.
Lucasfilm games content to come out, see what they're bringing to the table, and after the first ones come out, if they aren't all bangers, which they're not going to be, they're not all going to be bangers. That gives these companies like Rockstar that already have algorithms saying, "Hey, who likes Star Wars?
It's got to
Hey,
reskin.
you, and you
Yeah.
into
That's what I'm
into."
saying. Like, I would contemplate taking a human life for a Rockstar Star Wars game.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Maybe this
I-
bad person.
I would be about you taking a life for me to get Rockstar
right?
making Star Wars.
No,
Just
he was
saying.
at my house. We were playing video games all night. I have no idea what you're talking about.
We
were right here on stream.
I don't even know why.
Bro, we have
Yeah.
the Weekend at Bernie's X-Wing just sitting in the chair, but it's the other body.
I just think
Oh.
I just think there's a big opportunity, and if
That
these
was
guys
dark. I'm
don't,
sorry.
if these guys don't have this stuff going on already, then you should be paying attention because there's a
Yeah.
huge opportunity for that kind of game to go viral and to
Look-
be the game for an excessive amount of time.
If Hunters is successful,
In a
it's
video
not
game.
staying a Switch
In a
exclusive.
video, I would take a
Video
video
game.
In a video game. I have to clarify. That's what I'm trying to
Yes.
say. YouTube friendly.
YouTube friendly.
The lights go out.
Give me the bounce.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That there's so many people that would be cool being the hunted, right? Like,
Mhm.
find me,
Yeah.
Kill me,
Mhm.
get me,
Mhm.
arrest me. You can't, because I'm gonna come banging now. Every time I see somebody like
Well, they
Danny
already
DeVito.
Dude,
like
whistling birds. Hmm.
Yeah, they already have a game like that, and I don't remember what it's called. It's not Escape from Tarkov. It might be Escape from Tarkov. I don't know, but you like build bases, right? And then people can come and raid the bases and
Rust.
kill you, and then Rust. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm just
Yep.
saying.
Yep. There's a lot of those
So-
survival games similar. That would be cool. In the
Not
Star Wars world.
another
boy.
one. Oh no!
Get your palm
Oh
ready.
my god, is this real?
This is it.
Oh my god.
Another
Is this...
youngling. Wait, hold on,
no.
hold on. I can see
Oh,
this.
yay.
No,
Oh,
of it,
do it.
um, Killing younglings.
Thank you.
Dude, if my kid screams like that while I'm driving, we're all dying.
Yeah.
We are all off the
Driving
road.
off the road. 1000%.
Yeah,
All right.
for sure.
All right, real quick. Change of gears. I can't I don't even know if this is real. I'm ordering it now if it is.
Oh boy.
You gonna share it there, fearless leader? Or are you just gonna leave me hanging?
For a
He's gonna-
bounty on the X-Wing for $5 from Novak CT Canadian. $5. You killed another killing younglings.
Thank you.
You people are sick.
Savages.
All right. What do you
Is
got?
this-
What do you got?
If this is real, I want it.
Stop.
If this is real, I'm literally ordering it. I'm
Wow.
not even I'm not even messing around. If this is real,
Chop.
Chop, chop.
Nice.
chopper.
Get your chopper.
Get to the chopper. Get down.
That's a cool intro.
Looks a lot like yours.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel.
It's nothing like mine. Oh, it's Dano. Yeah, I know Dano.
A product from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Now, a couple weeks back, the
That's
Droid
awesome.
Depot released a chopper droid C-110P from Star Wars Rebels. Now, if you're not familiar with Star Wars Rebels, stop what you're doing right now and go watch all of Star Wars Rebels.
This guy's a straight murderer.
Chopper is a droid from Star Wars Rebels.
Murder,
He's
savage.
a little murderous, crazy sass bag. And
That's my boy. He knows what's up.
Sass bag.
I didn't want to do the whole time on it. I just really was like,
That's pretty
I
sweet.
think
I
I
want
think
that
they're gonna
shit,
drive to LA on the next day off. I think I'm just gonna go buy it just for that.
Oh man.
I love Chopper.
Do it.
A BD1 droid.
Mhm.
We were talking about this the other day. They're just not paying attention. In Lego too. Like, why aren't you doing that in Lego right now? Why aren't you doing more of these droids in Lego right now?
Yeah, we need BD for sure.
Yeah.
We need a BD1 droid, like, and a chopper. I mean, a chopper droid would be awesome, but that looks fun.
So let me ask you guys this. Do you think with oh jeez.
Nikki likes Rebels, or do you just like Chop? Chop's a
Wait,
set.
put that up
Chopper's
again.
the
I
best.
missed it. What is it? Yes. Oh, I love it. Me and Nikki agree on something. Holy shit, this is amazing. Yes.
I was gonna say,
and he
see,
comes with
all
a
of us
little-
have.
He comes with a little remote control.
Yeah, man. It controls via Bluetooth.
Oh,
All right,
shit. Take my money.
I'm gonna segue. What would you pay for a Chopper game?
Oh,
Dude, that would be a blast.
You just roll through and just start murking people as Chopper, and then like you hit a button and you finally get those
Dude.
4,398 confirmed kills.
why hasn't there been a
That would be
mod
cool.
on Battlefront for
That's what I'm
the
saying.
chopper mod? Like, why
They
if
added
they
that
do a
like that
BB
first order BD9 whatever
He'd be
droid.
too OP.
Yeah,
He'd
put
be
a
too
chopper
OP.
in.
that? I mean, why not? Dude, I mean, I watched somebody kill Palpatine with R2 one time. Come on,
I
let's
saw the
go.
BB-8 one too.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
I-
go.
I-
straight
Chopper has the
savage
highest
with
droid
BB-8.
body
with
count
with
of
BB-8.
anybody. Let's go. Give me some of that.
Okay, all
So
right.
let me ask you guys this. Are we at the beginning of a potential revival of Star Wars games? Like
We
I'm
are.
talking reminiscent
Yes.
of early to mid 90s. Think
Yes.
about LucasArts in the early to mid 90s. We were getting top notch games all the time. And I feel like with stuff like this, like do we get a Boba Fett game in some fashion, maybe reminiscent to Bounty Hunter?
Yeah.
They could do a sequel to Bounty Hunter. The first one was Django. Now here's Boba.
The only thing I would say is the difference is when we had Lucas games,
Mhm.
the height, just like the best time we've ever had as Star Wars gamers, that time has passed because now it takes a lot longer to make a video game. It takes a lot longer. It takes a lot more money. Lucasfilm is requiring a lot more money for you to license your game under their. But having said that, I think we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to get what we want. But now that EA doesn't just have like complete monopoly over it, I think we are going to get good games again. And we're going to get them. We're going to get them in succession as opposed to EA.
There's a lot of formulas in place now, right? For types of games.
In 9 years, and you better be happy with it.
Well, but they were cutting edge when they were making games, right? Like the technology has evolved so much, and I think they decided, especially with the Disney, I can't remember when LucasArts stopped making games. I don't exactly remember when, but Disney is not the game, like they don't know who to talk to with games. And so they went to the biggest name in the business at the time, which is EA does a lot of great games, and they gave them an exclusivity, and, they did what they made a great game that got a lot of people enthusiastic about Star Wars gaming again. And they included all the fun stuff that we liked from other Star Wars games in the past about lightsaber building and customization and all that fun stuff. So for me, that was a good platform to build off of, to show that Disney was serious about making new games. But I think Lucasfilms cutting a section of their pie, so to speak, and making Lucasfilms games, and Lucasfilms getting back into making games. And
dude, I remember, I think vaguely, like, call me crazy, but I'm pretty sure Battlefront had a big part in like getting people even more hyped about first person shooters. Cause like you had Halo, and I think the only other thing you had was like SOCOM Navy SEALs was a PlayStation game multiplayer that I played for a long time.
Oh, I love
SOCOM. But yeah, the Battlefront games, like, they deserve respect for sure. Regardless of what you want to say about EA, they did what they did. And I think one of the main reasons why it is now Lucasfilm Gaming or Lucas Gaming is because they understand they need to take more control and go back to the old formula.
Right, and they are. And like I said, I think they learned, I think in the last 5 years that Lucasfilms and Disney both together have learned a lot of lessons. In the last 5 years, they've learned a buttload of lessons as to what to do and what not to do, and how to handle this content and how to not handle this content. And that the fandom will not give them a break at all. So I think that they've learned a lot. I think that they're putting people in place to do better things. I am disappointed at the fumble that is the Star Cruiser. I hope that they are smart enough to repurpose that into an Imperial ship instead.
Anything else.
Repurpose that into a light cruiser or a dreadnought or something, right? And try again, right? You've done it before. You're going to show us with Kenobi that you made mistakes and you brought it back to the table. You just didn't release those mistakes to the public, but yet you can bounce back from things. And I think that, okay, that was an awful idea. Fire the people at the top and maybe try something different. Oh boy, we get to smack another youngling.
Not again. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Lena. Oh, 2 credits.
Oh boy.
Now,
Love the credits.
She really does love killing younglings. It's a little sadistic, but that's okay.
She's consistent.
I had an idea for tonight. I'm going to bounce this off you guys, but I'm also going to post it in the chat, and it's going to happen anyways. I was thinking about doing, since we missed a hangar bay. Anybody that's in here in the chat tonight, if you want to do some pop-ins, A couple pop-ins with Hanger Bay. It's nothing we've ever done before. I hold my Sunday show so that anybody who wants to talk, they can pop in on Sundays. We've never done a pop-in with the Boomer Council. I just put
No, we did. Didn't we do one early?
I
thought we did
brought
one
I
early.
have selectively brought some people in from time to time, but it's always a 4-man show.
Listen,
In the chat, I just put in the chat the link, and we already have somebody in here already.
it better be Dan the man.
Take it to him.
Oh, definitely Dan the man. We gotta
Dan the
get
man better
in
get
here.
his ass in
Look,
here.
Bram the who?
Huh?
Who?
Galen the what?
Bram the Bram the
Oh,
Braun.
you said Dan the man.
Hey, what up? What up, Dan?
Oh,
What's up, fellas?
Man, the
Jeez, what up,
myth,
man?
the legend.
How are
Yes,
you?
sir. Huh? Oh, I'm good. I'm grubbing on some Jersey mics.
Ooh,
Let's go.
Okay.
Listening to my boy Hawks Holocron. You know,
What up, boy? Bro, me and Dan man go way.
Oh, my boy.
Me and Dan go way
Okay.
back, bro. Like
Do you?
OG Nerd Ventures right here, boy. This is the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time we've ever been on stream together too.
I got you.
and
no,
I'm
we did that the other
Crazy.
day.
I didn't get in on
exactly
it.
like you said.
I know.
Obsession, the two ships, and it just doesn't.
Sometimes, man.
an
Sometimes
honor,
it takes
man.
the
It's
right
an
people
honor.
to get those ships to cross in the night. You know.
Chips.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Hawks. Huge
Oh,
honor,
yeah.
bro.
Now
Huge
2
honor.
nights in a row, right?
Yeah. We were Daryl's last night.
Yep.
Hawks, is the
Dude.
first time you've been on stream with Dan?
Yeah,
Yes.
and Dan's a
Really?
thinker, bro.
What?
I love talking
Oh,
with
dude.
Dan.
Dan the man.
This dude's
I
got
love
like he's out there. I love that.
Dan, we've been on stream
That's where I like to
times at-
speculate.
I know X-Wing. We've been on thousands of streams, but Hawk,
Crazy.
we go,
We
and it
gotta
just
get it more often.
it never
for sure.
happened. Yeah,
Well, Ben,
nah.
Look at this. Boomer Council, bringing people together.
Yeah, love it.
Heck
So what are
yeah.
your thoughts? What are your thoughts on all this? The gaming, and because I know you're a gamer guy. What are you thinking about this whole Star Wars gaming thing?
So I think that we need more than what we're getting. EA can deliver on the Fallen Order trilogy, right? I think we all like that
We missed you,
trilogy.
Nikki.
Avenger. Now that's a name I've not heard. Nikki's great. Yeah, no, I think we need Obsessions hit it on the nail on the coffin. We need different variety of Star Wars games set within that universe. That GTA game, I need that. Give it. I want all the smoke, man. I'm ready to play some damn Star Wars games. I need it right
yeah.
now.
Give me anything. Give me stuff.
Just
Yo.
so there was a mall game that needs to be revived. 1313 Shadows of that
1313.
Shadows of the Sith game where you get to play as Luke Skywalker's son fighting Jason. I need to get my hands on that.
Yep.
Like if anyone can find out who the developers are now, like I just want to talk to them and be like, yo, revive it, do something with it, please.
Yeah, man. See,
Yo,
that's
you're
what I'm
hyped for
talking about back
Hunters,
to the
though, too.
90s. We had like every genre of
Yeah, yeah.
game coming
Yeah.
in on this under the Star Wars license.
Racers,
Right.
fighters, shooters.
Everything, dude.
Yeah,
There was
pod-
literally everything.
The real pod racing. Yeah.
Yeah. 1313, please.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
But Book of Boba Fett, though,
What's
that's
up?
like our live action 1313 right there. Like that's what 1313 was going to be.
Word,
It was
yeah.
the shady underworld, man.
My boy Lucas he done took away the original story about some young bounty hunter and just made into a Boba game. I love that.
Mm.
Love
Don't
that.
you think a lot of that 1313 stuff was gonna spill over into Andor?
It could. The same kind of time frame.
The
and,
undergrounds of Coruscant. I want Coruscant, man. I need to like.
Underworld
I need-
Coruscant.
Disgusting.
I need that.
Yeah.
I need that in a game too.
Got it with the Martell
That's
system.
I'm really hoping Boba
Even just
Fett
as a
gets
planet.
off of Tatooine.
Yes,
Yeah.
the young man with the hat.
O'Doyle rules. I want the Martell sisters too. Let's do it. O'Doyle rules.
Must sound an O'Doyle rules.
That reference.
O'Doyle, I feel like your whole family's going down.
Going down. Great. Yeah, I mean, look, I think like I said, I think this next year, as far as content is concerned, I think we're in good shape. as far as live action content, as far as animated content. I've been talking with some people. I'm hoping to see some stuff. If they, a new Bad Batch. We'll see what happens with the games. There's a couple different versions coming out, so we'll see how they swing that. We'll see how that plays out. But I can tell you, as far as content is concerned, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about what they're giving us over the next 12 months. I really think all of the dominoes are stacking in the right way for what, I agree with Hawks. I think that a cinematic movie is long overdue, but I think the cinematic movie is going to be the big, end game style where everybody comes out of their own shows to meet up and fight the big bad, whoever that is at the time when they're done with this story. So I think that's going to be their first cinematic movie, potentially a trilogy, right? We could get to a point over the next 18 months where they give us the building blocks for them to do a trilogy movie leading up to the third movie being Endgame, right? Like that is totally possible. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about content. Gaming,
What did he say?
there's always a 50-50 with games, right? It's either going to be awesome or it's not, right? There's no real middle ground there. So I'm a little more worried about the gaming licensing stuff and to see what games come out now, especially now that the exclusivity is ending. But yeah, I mean, there's like I said, 2022 is going to be Star Wars.
Big things, man. 100%. Dan, anything you want to say before we pop you out?
Yeah, I would love some of the story content from the games to come in to that movie trilogy Obsession was talking about too.
Yeah, Cal Kestis hired an actor. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? No, thank you for having me on. Love talking to you guys. You guys are awesome, and may the force be with you. Yeah.
May
Good to see you, bro.
the Schwartz be with you, brother. We'll see you later.
And also with you.
Should have said no.
See what you started.
The Schwartz be with you.
Adorable.
Can we get a sequel of that?
Oh,
They
honestly. Like
almost
seriously,
did.
think about that because it's a spoof of Star Wars and they have not done that in a long time.
dude, a spoof of Star Wars with Kylo Ren in it now.
Oh, dude.
I just think it
Spaceballs
would be
2
really
covering the sequel trilogy.
Yes, bro. Spoofing the sequel
I'd be all
trilogy
over it.
would be amazing. Bro.
Happy after that.
The
Yeah.
search for more
And it could be
money.
tastefully
The
done where I
switch
think
for the new hope. The switch
I think
for the new
yeah,
Schwartz.
dude. Yes.
the Schwartz
Schwartz is
for
with
Kylo's
him.
shirt.
And honestly, that's where we draw the line with
Shapiro.
The Schwartz is with him. Look at his abs. The Schwartz is definitely with him.
Oh God.
It's got Schwartz coming out the wazoo.
Oh God.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sorry, Hawk. You were
See.
saying?
But really, like I think a parody movie is a test that every fandom needs because we'll find out who sucks and who doesn't. Because if you're a sequel fan and you can't laugh at that shit, you
That's what I'm
suck.
thinking
I'm
for
sorry.
That's what I'm thinking for Taika.
Yeah,
What's
Yeah.
gonna happen with Taika?
that would be great. Could you imagine if he had like a parody Star Wars? Like honestly,
a whole parody movie though, just like a lighthearted
think about
fun
it.
comedy
Mhm.
with serious
Not a-
aspects to it.
I say parody, not like a holiday special, but Spaceballs wasn't a holiday special.
That was serious when they made that though.
So
The holiday
some shit
special
like that
was
would be
serious
sick.
when they made that.
I want it. Spaceballs 2. Hashtag make Spaceballs 2 happen.
Chewie's dad was seriously watching porn in the living room
100% in VR.
in VR.
You want to talk about like predictive programming? That happened. 100%. The sequels are the parody.
Oh my god.
My master.
Nice. Well done.
I mean, The Force Awakens. Just saying.
I exhausted everything I had to talk about tonight. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. If there's something you guys want to talk about, bring it up.
Acolyte casting. I don't know.
Like I
Nobody
said,
cares.
if there's anything you guys want to talk about, please bring it up.
There has been no news about the Acolyte, but they did announce finally that the main character is going to be the actor or actress that played Rue from the Hunger Games. So the little girl that she puts all the flowers around and has that really like sad moment with. She's older. She's been in some really good stuff. She's in a World War II drama that did really well recently. So I guess she's going to be officially the main actress for The Acolyte.
Yo, Spidey, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here.
Oh, yeah, Justin's right. I'm misspeaking. I am misspeaking 100%. He's correct. Non-binary.
Triggered.
So I mean, say what you want about it, but you know, I would be down to see a strong role by somebody who identifies as that, and just so people can move past that shit. Like, if it's good we all agree if it's good content, right?
Does my hair look purple?
We all agree, right? I'm just saying. But yeah, no, he's 100% correct.
No. That's fine.
That's on me.
I just need to know what the base information is. Is it a girl that now says that it's not a girl, it's an it?
No, it's just non. It's just non. That's it. Does not identify.
It's
let's
not,
just hold on. Let's just move past this. This is
yeah.
Let's just bloop, bloop. Let's just fast forward bloop, bloop, a little bit.
There's a dictionary. You can look it up.
Yeah.
So y'all can interpret how you want.
It's worth a Google. I'm just saying it's your show and you do what you want. But I'm just saying we might want to bloop bloop.
I'm just asking what it is.
It is a light subject. I don't know. I didn't even know about the casting.
Does it mean it's it?
You know what I want to know?
What
did
is
Lego
it?
Star Wars get canceled again? I mean, pushed back? Because I haven't heard anything lately, and I want my Lego Star Wars.
Oh, bro, look what happened to the last Lego Star Wars game. Like, didn't it get like pushed several times?
That's the one that's still supposed to be coming out.
But yo, X-Men,
well, that's the same one.
This is kind of my point, bro.
I'm
Like,
asking you, was it a girl that is now not a girl and it's not a boy, but now it's an it? Or
this is the point, because it can be all of that
it?
shit, bro. Like this is the point. Like, this is why
I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm trying to understand.
I know you're not. And it's just a definition. And if you can't understand the definition, then it's just like, don't let it affect you, man.
Explaining me what the definition is. That's what I'm asking. What's the definition of what this thing is?
So let's Google it. I don't want to, but we can if you want.
Nobody's told me what it is yet. That's what I'm saying. Like,
hey, I'm gonna fucking
later.
Google it then. That's for you.
We have an after show for that.
You guys are acting like I'm conscious.
No, it's the fact.
So it is a umbrella term for gender identities that are neither male nor female. No one wants to listen.
Time out. First, it's they are not an it. They are they or a them. Right. So start by using that term, because that will not light fires. That's the term for a non-binary person is they or them. I don't know if this person started as a genetic female or a genetic male. I'm guessing because people are saying that she started as a female, but then again, that could be she is like trying to be polite they started as a male and are now female. I don't know the answer, but I would just say refer to them as they, because it is a little insulting.
It's plural though.
I don't know if it's a genetic male that became they, or if it was a genetic female that became a they. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't seen. I haven't read. I don't know.
Plural.
They or them is the term.
They and them is plural.
But that's the term that a non-binary person uses.
But it's plural.
It doesn't matter.
Into a
In the
dark
English language, that is plural. That means more than one person.
Get it?
Maybe there's two people trapped in that body and they're fighting for it. I don't know. All I'm saying is
an internal dyad.
I don't know. All I'm saying is the term that they like used is they or them, and out of respect, that is the term I use is they or them.
I should have never brought this shit up anyway.
This is awesome. This is what happened last time. This is exactly what happened last time.
No, we'll cruise right past it.
Yeah, can we bring up fucking Boba Fett Monopoly, please?
Oh, Boba Fett Monopoly.
Sure. What is with the Monopoly? I missed this.
Somebody pass go.
I don't know what this is about. What is this Monopoly?
I was just trying to understand it. I clearly don't.
I love it. You're great. No, you're great. We'll talk about it more later if you want.
Yeah. After hours.
But I like Monopoly.
Yeah, what is with the Monopoly Hawks? I'm dying to know.
Not shit. Move on. What's next?
No. That's what we're getting to.
There really
that's what
isn't.
we're moving
People
on
are
to.
speculating a bunch of stuff about the board game, but I don't
Yeah,
think
but
there's.
I looked at
other-
the board and I didn't see anything on there that I thought was like.
We did think it was pretty funny that as far as like, you know, how you can put houses onto properties and stuff, they did pair Jango Fett and Jango Fett and Mace Windu together as a grouping.
Hilarious.
So
yes.
yeah. Other than that, like it has a Grogu square, it has a Darth Vader square. These are just like the eras
really?
of Boba Fett. Yeah, so I don't think it's like it isn't the Book of Boba Fett Monopoly. It's Boba Fett Monopoly. So it's like everyone he interacted
interesting.
with. Yeah.
See, look, I'm legit a Monopoly fan. I'm not even lying. This is
No,
like,
same.
I fucking love Monopoly. I have like
Mhm.
tons of editions of it,
Great
and
game.
it's so much fun. But I'm curious because I haven't seen the images of the board. Are there potential spoilers on the board?
No.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's a
No.
nice addition right there.
Yeah,
No,
see,
no spoilers.
I have that one. That's the
Mhm.
one I have. And then I looked at the new board and I was thinking, damn, spoilers, son. And you look at the spots and there's nothing.
So it's just kind of like the life of Boba Fett throughout.
Yes.
So we're seeing
Yeah.
motif stuff, and
Yeah, there's like
okay.
Django and Mace, and yeah,
Mhm.
it's like nothing revolutionary. Definitely nothing from the new show.
Mhm.
So
But that's a potential because there's always a ton of look. I was just going through like toy sections and stuff like that, you know, shopping for the kids and everything. There's like a million editions of Monopoly, dude. I was in Target with my wife, and there was literally a Target Monopoly. I couldn't believe it.
it's a monopoly from the Target store.
No, like
But
a Target Monopoly, like the Target,
Target.
aisles are the Monopoly
That's what I'm
squares.
saying. Yeah, Target
yeah.
Monopoly. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
oh, I landed on the toy aisle.
Oh, I'm in electronics. Electronics is the boardwalk and Park Place of the new Monopoly Target.
You landed on Walmart. Give me $500.
Give me those dollars.
You just guys, I got to talk about this because it like I was cringing so bad while it was happening, but I was so glad it was happening. So while I was there looking in the electronics section, a brand new Xbox shows up, only one in stock for the store. This woman comes up because she's looking, shopping for whatever. She's like, "Oh, is that the new box? The Box X?" I'm like, "Oh my God, this is going to be great." So I just kind of hung around this aisle, and she's asking this poor clerk all of the just unbelievable classic questions you would expect anyone who has no idea what a video game is asking. And this poor guy is trying to stay nice to her. He's like, "Yeah, it's, you know, it's the best one out there, and this one's $4.99, this one's $2.99. Which one would you like?" And she's like, "Well, which one is better, and which one will I understand how to hook up?" He's like, "Honestly, I think you should call for help when you go this up." It was unbelievable. But she bought it. She bought the big one.
Yeah, we've been to Target twice in the last 2 days, and every time I'm like, okay, Nintendo Switch. I'm like, I'm looking for other stuff, and nothing yet.
Dude, that's the one benefit to living in a small ass rural area is Force Fridays and shit like that. The Targets are just loaded. No one's in there. The employees are like, "Wait, what are you here for?" And I'm like outside the door, like, you guys, did you put the Star Wars shit out yet or no?" Like, should I come back? Like, have you finished?
I miss that though, man. The releases of the toys and everything. Like back when Toys R Us still existed and everything. Oh, actually, speaking of that, I actually got Revenge of the Sith spoiled for me in a Toys R Us.
Toys R Us.
Yeah,
because they
a
were
little
crazy.
Not just like I was looking at the figures, like, oh, this is kind of interesting. But then I saw this little activity book thing, and I just flipped through it real quick. The last page was the final moments of the movie with Baby Luke and Baby. I was like, well, I know that it was actual shots from the film. I was like, are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
Wow. Just wow. Yeah, it's I mean, it's like I said, I think I think the next couple of years are going to be great. We're in for some good stuff, dude. It's going to be, I mean, between the games and the content, leading up to the movies, the toys, the new big action figures, the ones that are stupid expensive. I saw the Ahsoka and Grogu today.
Mhm.
That chopper droid from Galaxy's Edge. Now I have no choice. I have to go to Galaxy's Edge on like a Wednesday when nobody's there.
Oh, it's hot, man. They
So you're muted again, my bud.
Every freaking time. I say from the conversation you just had to hear on the phone. Okay, we've been going for an hour and 30 minutes. I think it's time to call it. We got no more pop-ins. So, boomers, my people, I loved the show tonight. Is there anything you guys want to say before you go? Hawks?
Yeah, just stay hyped, guys.
Yeah, man.
That's it. 2 words. Stay hyped.
I
Don't
agree,
come to
man.
me. Don't come to me with the negativity. I got too much of it. I don't need that shit in my life.
No, we are
That's where I'm at.
on the doorstep of the good times we were all hoping for. It's actually here. We just got to be a little more patient. It's here. We're going to have a good time. 2022 is going to be a great year for Star Wars in multiple genres, multiple forms of media. I'm like you said, Hawk, stay hyped. I am hyped for everything that's coming out. I think we have good things. We have good things.
It's the time. And Obsession, before you do the closing statement, please remember, subscribe to the Star Wars Obsession, Hawks Holocrons, the Matt Cave. They all have fun, interesting, different takes on Star Wars. That's why we're on this council. Everybody is linked in the description below. Click on it, subscribe, say hi to the homies, support not just this Boomer Council, but the boomers themselves. That's why we are here. That's why we're part of the Hangar Bay. And with that, I will give Obsession the closing statement.
Yeah, I think we got 2 more boomers until Boba comes out. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So we get to do this 2 more times before watch parties start and before we're up late and getting up early to go to work and making those mistakes. Yeah, but I think everybody should spend the next couple weeks complaining. Don't stop complaining for the next 2 weeks. Get it all out of your system. It's like crying out your broken heart, right? Get it out, cry it out. My mom told me when I was a kid, if you're going to cry and you don't want your friends to know, go in the shower, say you got soap in your eyes, right? Cry it out. Get all this shit out of your system, because once that first Boba Fett scene drops at midnight, I want all of you to stop your crying and let's focus on the future. And let's not even bring up the sequel trilogies for the first 7 weeks of the year. And let's see where they land us. And let's have a good time.
And if you're East Coast, I'm East Coast. I'm getting up for these shows, man, bro. 3 a.m. So we can hang out in the Discord, any Discord. I'm down, but I'm getting up. So find me.
We're going to, like I said, we're going to set up, just so you guys are aware, I want to do a test watch for us if we're going to do this thing together with whatever group. And let's do a test watch of a movie together.
X-Wing, Last Jedi.
Ooh.
We said we were going
to. Anyway, we'll figure out.
4 of us.
We're going to do it.
We'll figure out, but we'll watch something together.
Yep.
And
He's
we'll watch something on
second-guessing
stream the week before so that we are in sync, so that we can watch together and react together and make this thing a lot of fun, and no one's ruining it for the other person because they're ahead or behind. So let's try and get this thing synced up the next 2 weeks, but we're going to try to do as much together and have a good time and shit our pants together. So everybody, like I said, hug your kids, tell your mom you love her for the next 2 weeks, cry about anything else. And because you might be missing, tell them not to call the cops. Tell them to come look in your studio or your office or wherever you stream from, because that's where you'll be for at least a day after Boba comes out. So have a good time. Everybody be safe. We love you. Thank you for everybody for being here. We're not here without you guys. Otherwise, it's 4 dudes hanging out. So yeah, everybody have a safe week, and we'll see you next week.
See you all on the next council. I love you all. Good night.
Thank you.